Hey, last time they played, they gave us a good ass best of three. CTL, what playoffs? Yeah,
Right.
CTL playoffs.
Did he destroy? I think Straw won actually, then, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He did. It was 2-1. They were good games. I think all three of them
Which
developed
is,
into
Mhm.
macro.
I mean, on paper, Kyboi is definitely the favorite here.
Yes.
Like he's got a hell of a lot of MMR over Straw, but obviously Straw's TVZ can be cracked.
He didn't have that much MMR, like 300, right?
Kyboi hit 5k recently.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was
Um,
guessing like, cause Strawhat is best. I think he's hit like 4.7 not too long ago. Within the last
did he?
couple months, I think.
Hmm.
I think he's hit 4.7 in the last few months.
Didn't know he got back up there.
I'll check.
Just gonna quickly leave us on the Straw Hat cam while I quickly let the dog in.
Yeah, all right, I'll figure out the. I'll do some MMR stalking for the stream. Strawhat in the last 180 days has hit a high of 46.79, and that was in February. It looks like, yeah, middle of February. So it's been a few months. Been about 3 months, 3.5 months since he's been that high. Hey, last time they but his last MMR is only 100 lower. So, but yeah, Straw is definitely a good bit lower in MMR than.
But he's been practicing, he's been thinking about how he wants to play this match. So let's see what he can come up with. So we do some introductions as we see some shenanigans already happening, but in the top right, playing for Platinum Heroes, it is Chef GG, aka Kyboi. Rudy, you want to do Straw?
We got in the bottom right, bottom left, in the green with the spinny hat, champion hat, straw hat.
F cube.
I was all over the place on that one. I didn't know what I wanted to say. I thought you were gonna do it. It caught me off guard.
Actually going for a 16 pull here as Kyboi. Could this be a roach pressure? We're just going to see a few lings to annoy. That's going to be roach pressure.
Yep, straight into the roach horn, no wing speed.
So Kyboi doesn't feel like buying sauce dinner first, doesn't want to get him a drink, just wants to go straight to the main event here and start ramming stuff down Strawhat's throat. It's going to be roaches. I'm curious to see if it's going to just be a pressure or if we're going to hit some, if we're going to hit a lot of roaches. This kind of looks like the 3 roach pressure. Or a 5 roach pressure into maybe mutas. Oh, SCV is not going to make it into the base. So we are going to get the snipe. Strawhat needs to pull his... Is he going to send his Reaper across? I think he's going to send it across anyway. He's going to try and intercept the lings.
Yeah.
Kyboi intelligently sending them around.
Yep.
So, yeah. This does mean Strawhat's playing completely blind. So he doesn't get to see what's coming his way. So you'll see he's going to drop a low ground bunker. I think against a pretty uncommitted roach pressure, this is actually pretty good. Against any kind of committed attack, having the low ground bunker is a bit of a bait. We're going to
see 4.
Yeah. I think, yeah, 5. If it goes beyond that, I'm going to get worried for Straw. Even 5 is a bit scary.
Oh, snap.
Okay, 5 and droning.
5 and droning against the low ground bunker. I think it's going to be how many units are in this bunker and how quick we are to pull SCVs to repair it. Of course, there's always the still option of Kyboi just bypassing the bunker. We actually only have 1 marine in there. And no other production.
Yeah, yep.
Oh, where's the Reaper gone? The Reaper's seen it. Okay, but now what? I mean, the Reaper's got it. He just kind of needs to get home. We need all the DPS we can get, I think.
Bunker on the high ground, dude.
Yep, he's got one on the way. But what's gonna go in it? Okay, double marine production on the way.
This should be... if we pull workers to defend, yeah. This is gonna hurt a little bit, but this should be okay. Double marine...
need to spawn on the right spot, on the left of the bunker, or on the left of the racks.
They're already spawned, there's 2 runs out already, so they're in the bunker, they're safe, we just need to repair the bunker. A lot of low HP SCVs though. Oh, nice dodge, just the roach attack. Pops the SCV into the bunker, so... Okay,
he wants that weak roach so bad.
Okay, Strawhat holds, he's behind in workers, but that's not the end of the world.
Making a cycle.
Yeah.
That's... Oh, he canceled it, that's a great call.
Yeah, but you don't really need to do a lot of damage with this build as a Zerg to actually be in a good spot. Like, the roaches go home, so he doesn't need to build any more army for a long time. Those 5 roaches will keep them safe against anything Strawhat can do for the foreseeable future. And, yeah.
I think Mutas might be coming on when that layer finishes.
May well be. Don't see a 4th gas. That's the only reason why I might think it's not Mutas. It could also just...
Building
It's actually,
speed,
Evo
though.
chamber at the back could also just be... it could be a roach +1 timing. But Kyboi is going to get in with Ovi and scout the starport with the tech lab, so I don't think a +1 roach timing is not the best idea in my opinion, just because you're going to struggle against the Banshee. But let's see. We still haven't saturated these gases yet. Kyboi making sure to keep his minerals up first. A good responsible Zerg. Minerals first, gas second. Who's going to drop the spores since he did see the tech lab starport? It's +1, no roach speed yet. The layer is finished. Let's see, what are we going to get here? We have the gas for whatever we want. Could we also just be rushing a hive? Because this carapace... I wonder what his plan is. Yeah, we're not using the lair for anything, apparently. We just like to have it. Okay, roach speed is on the way.
Alright, dude. You got it. I'm gonna head out.
Enjoy. Have fun. Alright, so Straw... His build, yeah. Straw does feel pretty delayed here. I'm not sure what he wants to do. Got 2 tanks, 2 racks. He's going for a 3rd racks, but we're not going to 5 racks. We're not going to see like a 2 base all in, but we're also not building a 3rd CC either. He doesn't need to do a huge amount of damage. This Banshee's kind of chilling here. It's a bit stuck between these queens. Doesn't have cloaks, so can't escape. And we are going to be rushing up to hive tech pretty quickly here is Kyboi. So I imagine we're going to try and get ultras out. Some ultralisks with some roaches for now to keep us alive. What is Strawhat planning to do? He's going to go with a drop. I do like this. Drop's pretty good against roaches. Obviously, unless Kyboi just attacks as the drop is out on the map. Kyboi's roaches on the front lines. He's got some decent OV spread. There are some gaps though, so this drop could definitely get in. Looks like it will probably go past this OV. That's going to be a critical time that Kyboi needs in order to react. You're actually an offload here. I thought we were going to try and drop in the main, which could have been a good play. Infest is on the way. So actually not starting the hive yet. Just want to get those infestors out, but now the drop is here. There's a crap ton of roaches. Oh. Okay, I don't know. Kyboi did see that though. I'm not quite sure what Strawhat was thinking there. The Kyboi does see the drop. He is going to run in them into the main. We killed an overlord so far, but here's a lot of speed roaches. Whoa. Okay, so Strawhat gets a good look at... Well, you should get a good look at this army. That is a lot of tanks. But are we going to move out for a push? We just saw that many roaches. Ooh, I don't know about this one. Moving out into mass roach is a bit scary until you've got your 2-2. We don't even have 1-1 here. Oh, I'm going to siege up here though. This could be huge. Ooh, some tank shots there. Beautiful stuff by Straw. This could get a bit scary actually. This is just an obscene amount of tanks. I think Kyboi needs to morph some Ravagers ASAP. If he wants to be able to hold this. I don't think pure Roach Infestor can get it done against these this high of a tank count. But is Straw going to keep pushing is the question. Kyboi dotting his OVs all over the map. Going to send some roaches on a run by here to deny the 3rd. Over Strawhat does have some units here for the time being. He's actually going to maybe F2 them into the front lines now. He's just going to go home. He's not willing to look for too much trouble. He just wants to kind of scare Kyboi, get him off his feet, and it kind of worked because Kyboi's on a very low eco. Roach is going to come in, not going to die. They are going to get thoroughly discouraged from any further acts of violence against Strawhat. Strawhat eco-wise is in a pretty good position, and tech-wise... Okay, tech-wise he's in a terrible position. Where the fuck are his upgrades? Straw? Oof. Okay. This is a bit bad, because upgrades this far behind the Zerg is a little bit scary. It means that ultra timing could be absolutely disgusting. But the ultras are kind of immune to any damage. So you are researching Microbial. Kyboi getting up some more macro hatches. Strawhat here doing some work here. Fancy little micro by Strawhat. Meanwhile, Kyboi is good on the transfusers though, so just a little bit of small trading and flexing our micro skills while 3 Marines just chill in the middle of the map. Don't know what that's about. Pretty strange. And we have Adrenal, we will have Ultras.
Got a pretty nasty supply block on the turn side.
Oh shit, yeah. Only 1 supply depot on the way. Okay, it's gonna drop a lot more. It's already dropped a few hats of shame here. We actually have 4, we've dropped 3 supply depots throughout the game. Not the sign of the most confident macro. As a fight what's going on here, no Bane speed available, right? No, there's no Banes here. This is pure Ling Roach Infester, which is not really great against sustaining a fight. Big thing here though, +1 Carapace versus +0 in the Bio Army, so I do think Kyboi has some sustain here. This army getting sandwiched here, not particularly good for Straw, gonna lift up but lose a lot. He's just going home again. He's just kind of poking every now and then, but not really committing. Which I guess I don't hate, because those infestors, once you get deep onto creep, those infestors are a bit of a problem. And yeah. Upgrades now fine. Oh, they're even up for a little bit. Actually no, sorry, we were still +2 on the Zerg. So still, these drops get a lot less value when there's upgrade disadvantage. Totally tanks though, Batman. There's an insane number of tanks. Kyboi is now maxed. Maxed on a pretty low eco though. He does need to make sure he doesn't trade too inefficiently here, but he obviously has an army that's perfectly capable. It's actually +3 starts. We have not got +2 on the way. So Strawhat really slipping up on the upgrades. If he starts it now, he can still catch up, but if he doesn't start it soon, he's going to end up at +1. There's potential timing of +1 against +3. Okay, 2-2 does start. It should catch up to the +3 as Kyboi is going to go for some Ling drop shenanigans. Tank cover is not that great, and it was non-existent in the natural and the main, so that could do some damage. Drop goes off here. I don't know what actually happened. I think a fungal must have gone down. Strawhat gets the slack. No, actually, Kyboi gets the better trade. Interesting game here for these two, as Ultras have their chitinous. We have a Spire now. Immediate upgrades on the Spire as well, so we can get some Corruptors, I imagine will be the name of the game. This is just so many tanks though, holy moly. Oh, Medevac flying into Spore Crawler, not what you want to see. Strawhat trying to push in a little bit further here. The tank count is obscene. I think there's still a good timing here with all these tanks. The problem is we're kind of... our bio is just kind of coming in slapdash. Here comes the mass Ling. We are going to Microbial Shroud, not going to do too much, I don't think. A lot of these tanks on siege though. I think we are going to get absolutely cleaned up here as the Terran. Don't want to keep popping on, but I think these upgrades are making a massive difference. There's also no Marauders in this army, which is kind of weird, given that there's tons of Ultras and Roaches. You would expect to see a lot of Marauder. Not entirely sure why Strawhat has chosen not to go for Marauders, but that is the call. And he's still on 3 bases against the Zerg, which doesn't have much eco, but a lot of bases. I like this little snipe here on the Infestors, hopefully. We'll get 1 at least. 3 Marines, decent trade. Just 2 of them out as well. Yeah, Kyboi not looking to try and run in here. I think it would be a bit suicidal to try. Carapace actually, technically we had a 7 or 6 second window to go fight the 2 upgrade lead, which probably would have been absolutely disastrous if we had known that. At least it would have been absolutely disastrous for Strawhat, I think, because we would have got wiped off the face of the earth. Now we see the Marauder production kicking off. As the Ling drop hits in the main, these are cracklings with +2. They are, yeah, they're tanky boys. They got some good armor. Strawhat really slow to get to his 4th base. Kyboi has a ton of ultras out. More drops coming in. Ultra, there's space in one of the things. Ultra in the main is going to be an absolute disaster here. Still have no tanks or anything in the main, so nothing to defend with really. Random 4 Marines in the middle of nowhere. Strawhat again, slipping on the upgrades, doesn't start at +3 yet. He desperately needs to get that going so he can actually catch up here, because it's going to be pretty rough otherwise. 2 Thors on the way. Did he scan the... Did he scan the spire, the greater spire? Not sure. Okay, is Straw watching this attack? We are going to be doing this at the same time we're pushing in the front. Pushing in the front doesn't have much potential, I don't think, but the drop in the main is the main attack here. Lings are going to unload. Ultra unloads. Okay, a lot of Marauders here. If they target down the... Holy crap, we just went over here with all our Ultras, okay. This attack is coming in now. Strawhat keeping a lot of his army here, but these Ultras are not going to be stopped at the third. We are cleaning up in the main. Lifting up, but that CC might just burn down. A whole lot of slow Banes. Okay, that was probably one of the worst trades I've seen in a while, but hey. Okay, now the Ultras could get kited out here, but they are getting blasted by the tanks and libs and everything else. The Kyboi supply not looking that great. We are killing the Ghost Academy though, which is pretty bad for Straw. We kill the Lings, but not before the Ghost Academy is destroyed. 2 Roaches here also just chilling. Kyboi gonna micro his heart out, get some value out of these bad boys. Where are the resources lost? Actually favoring the Zerg, it's not good. The only thing is that the Zerg economy is not particularly good either. Oh no, come on, we're not gonna hit by this again, are we? No, Straw. We still haven't plugged this hole in our defenses. These overlords have just been ferrying. It's basically Uber Overlord, they've just been coming back and forth here. Strawhat, where's he looking?
Ready for dust off.
Straw. Okay, you split some units off.
Is under attack.
Go and deal with this, but this is very annoying to deal with. Still, we now have Bane speed. This game might be over if Bane speed actually been researched, I'm not entirely sure. But I think there's a good chance that these cracklings are going very hard. We also lost our E-base, so we can't even get 3-3. Big attack in the front now with speed Banes, with ultras, with microbial. I think this is going to be G right here. There's a lot of SCVs cleaned out, the Lings, nothing stopping them. Some corruptors up in the air, but oh sorry, no corruptors up in the air, but the Braves do get some decent value. 10 kills, 10 kills. CC about to burn down. So Straw does say what he desperately needs is a 4th base now, basically. Yeah. But no, this looks pretty over, I'm afraid, for the Straw. Okay, drop number 4 coming in. Strawhat moving out with 1 medevac and a bunch of Marines. No, not like this. It's still no 3-3, so 3-3 cracklings against 2-2 Marines. Yeah, that ain't gonna go well. Okay, well, how many overlords? No, we got 2 ultras in this drop now. We don't even have vision in our main completely, so yeah. Strawhat coping pretty hard here, unfortunately for him. But Strawhat's a fighter. He's not going to go down without giving it his best shot. So we are going to try and... we only have 3 CCs. But we're trying to mine as much as we can with them. And there's a Midas going down in the bottom. That's just for workers and probably a distraction. I think this will be Strawhat GGing out now. There's no way he holds. Okay, he is going to stem into the main. This Ultra... Okay, I'll say the Ultra was immortal against those units until he got sniped. Marauder dropped a sniper hatchery over here. Straw Happy battling, but Straw Happy dead. Double air upgrades on the way. I guess Kyboi getting ready for potential Broodlord swap later if he wants to. I think he should just focus on denying these bases, because there's literally no defense in any of them. Instead, it looks like he just wants to roll through and try and end this, and there's just no army here. Drop number 5 gets into the main. Here comes the big attack. Okay, we actually attack him before our banelings are done, which is a bit of anti-timing here for Kyboi, but I don't think it matters. I'm gonna drop the microbial again, make sure nothing really damages these panes as they come rolling in. Chi-Chi's called, and Kyboi takes Canonborn. I think I actually remember the map order. Ruby should be next. Then it was something, then Taito, then White Rabbit. That something is Old Republic? Hope they ban that one. Yeah, maybe I missed one of them. Right. Game number 2. Kyboi leads 1-0. Kyboi, I wasn't really paying attention, but I assume this is a 15-15, yeah, 15-15. Given how much later the gas is than the spawning pool. So we might see some 2-base play again from him. Well, I guess game 1 was hard to say if it's 2-base or 3-base, so it's just a good old roach rush. We'll still classify that as 3-base since he went up to a 3rd pretty quickly. Rudy coming in clutch with the map order, yeah. Okay, it was Old Republic, thanks Rudy. Ooh, 2 racks on the high ground for Strawhat. The hell is this? Was this wait, this time was this? This is CC, this one's CC first, right? Yeah. We are gonna have something spicy out of straw. No, we skipped the. No, we didn't skip. We did skip the Reaper. One Marine strand to
The
reactor.
enemy want to destroy your SCV.
SCV running around trying to see what's up. He's gonna see that it's 2 base. Lings are gonna try and get in, but they're not gonna be successful. They will probably kill a SCV. No, we don't target it down. Actually, I think we could have gotten that. But Kyboi does see the second Rax. Was this a 2-1? I don't think this is a 2-1-1, right? Because I mean, it is, but it doesn't look like a normal 2-1-1. I would have thought. Maybe it is. I'm just blind. Looks like the closest thing to it. So we have seen that it's a 2 base build. So we're gonna go to. We're gonna go a bunker in the low ground just to deflect any shenanigans here that might be coming, since we don't know what shenanigans there could be. However, for the most part, this looks like to be tech shenanigans. Kyboi is getting a pretty early lair. Another Evo chamber again. Are we gonna be, is this gonna play the same style again? Looks very similar with the Evo chamber. Though maybe this could be mutas because I don't see a. There's no roach one yet. This could be 2 base muta with the early carapace for the lings, and there's the roach one. Okay, so it's kind of shaping up like it did last time. The roach one should be in time for this drop. It will depend a little bit on how good Kyboi's positioning is, and Strawhat can find a nice place to slip into. But he is going to be hitting, I think, relatively early with this drop. Kyboi does come in with the lings and sees the whole marine, so you should be knowing, you should know what this is, or at least roughly what this is, enough to defend it. Now, against this kind of stuff, I think 3 base 2-on-1 is better. We are going to scan the main here again. But as Strawhat likes to, he doesn't get happy when he sees this, because he sees the lab, he doesn't see any of the tech, and the tech's in the natural, so... If he'd scanned the natural, it would have been way better for him. He's not going to, but his drop is moving out now, straight into an Overlord though, which is a bit rough. Instead, we're just going to kill the Overlord. I think that's a good option since we have been kind of found out. This is a bit nasty though. And here comes the spotter Overlord, and this could just be a straight up GG moment if this Nidus goes up in the main. I don't know how much Straw's going to have behind it. There is... Oh, he's playing Widow Mines. That's not good either. Widow Mine's not going to help out as much as a tank would against all this this Roach Queen. Oh, Kyboi did see the lift up there, so he's going to... Well, I don't know if he saw it, if he just sensed it, but he's going to drop into the main now. Ooh, Strawhat might see this. No, okay. So enough roaches that we're going to be forced to pick up here. The roach... Oh, we do have a deeper thing in position. Watch the Strawhat cam. Immediate pull there. Beautiful work from Strawhat. Is going to respond to it immediately. That should not go up. We should be more than happy to, more than comfortable holding that. Now it's obviously just going to keep an eye on the other ones that come up, because here comes the next one. The drop could find it. See the Strawhat cam. And he finds this one as well. Big disaster here for Kyboi. As these Nidus swims are not getting up here. Overlord now going to try and come in, but there's already Marines patrolling on this side. Drop in the front, so Strawhat's getting pretty prepared for it. Eventually this drop will, or this will float here, but Strawhat's looking. He's hunting, and he finds it.
Direct assault.
That is huge. But Kyboi's aggressive hopes are now pretty dashed. Overlord is going to get killed as well. That's also really annoying because it reduces any chance to actually try and do that again. At least in the main, but I think Strawhat's paying enough attention that it shouldn't really work out. All is not lost for Kyboi. Yes, these Nidus swims got shut down, but he still has a good roach count, he has speed, and he has carapace. Whereas Strawhat again is slipping behind in the upgrade department. So you'll see these roaches coming. He never built tanks though. We don't have a single tank on that. That's pretty disastrous, I would say. Don't like that. We are going to now Nidus the Queen's in, I imagine. And we might just die to this because we didn't make a siege tank. One is done. But one, I don't know if that one's enough here. Also curious to see if Kyboi will actually attack in here, because Terran is probably not, it's pretty nice to turtle up here. But these are +1 armored roaches. It's going to be pretty hard for this bio to actually do any damage to them. Energy bay now on the way, but this base is getting broken down. We need that tank in position. It's just chilling over here. Did we get stuck? We're going to ferry it now over here. Withermine. Oh! Withermine dies as well as all our bio happens to be unfortunate enough to get caught in the crossfire. Now Kyboi though going to go for the contain. He's just droning on up. And this can work, but the problem is these roaches drop off pretty quickly once there's an upgrade. Well, yeah, upgrade lead, but the problem is, again, Strawhat really late an upgrade, so he's struggling to actually get the value that he needs. Okay, Strawhat going to do what he does best, to start dropping. When things get tough, start dropping. Okay, third CC is available. We can't take it out yet until we have... I think you kind of want 2-2 on the bio before you start fighting this Roach Ravager army. That's obviously not going to be feasible. We just do not have the unit count. This will be a nice little drop here. There's nothing at home to defend this. Kyboi's been happily macroing up, so... No, what are you doing? Get the drop in. Go, go, go! Yeah, this will do some insane economic damage here. So we're also going to fight on the front lines. I don't know about this before, but it will at least distract over here. So Straw doing a very good job multitasking here. 11 workers going down, 12, 14, 16. We wipe out an entire mineral line. And at the same time, we're pushing back the creep on the front. This is pretty huge here for Strawhat. He does now kind of get himself some breathing room. I'm still not sure how safe it is, just because this is a shitload of roaches that can still come back and cause problems for him. But he does clear a lot of the creep and the nidus worms in the way. However, Kyboi in the meantime has managed to get his hands almost on a hive. Oof. Drop narrowly escaped some biles. Oh, trying to get the biles there, not really going to get it. Bio thinking about trying to jack or jump on this army, but I don't think that's the best idea either. We really need some more E-bays and armories. No armory. No armory in the way actually either, so we're stuck with getting +1 armor for the time being. Which is also a necessary upgrade, but, you know. Zerg is pumping them out 2 at a time. Terran only 1. Actually, I go for Burrowed Roaches as the follow-up here. Could be pretty brutal. Meanwhile, Strawhat going to continue his drop play. Oh no, but just as a Roach Ravager army comes in, there's nothing to defend this base, so we're going to be forced to lift up again. Oh. I'm going to try and snipe this base here. The Queen going to try and keep it alive. I don't think that's going to help. Queen's just going to die for her sins. Those hatches will go down. I think we could have fought those roaches, to be honest. Well, actually, this is 2-2 roaches, maybe not. Those roaches have insane upgrades, and we're going to be going for lurkers on the back of the burrowed roaches. Same time, we are going to try and drop here. Uh-oh, Straw, no! We lose the whole drop. We are going to now drop into the main as well as leave some units here to kill this base. So this is going to get messy. And Straw does like to cause these kind of shenanigans here. I think I'm just scared about the trades being so bad here against 2-2 Zerg. Okay. We do pick up. We have a lot of racks. And this base did go down, so we've reduced the Zerg back to a 4-base setup. But Zerg's playing is going to Vipers. Sorry. Lurkers. Oh, did we see that? Oh, we did see that. We're going to immediately start the missile turrets. And the big thing is not getting surprised by that. Now we can actually prepare for it. How much army do we have at home though? There's a lot of army here. Missile turrets on the way up. This creep actually really helping to get the... oh, there we go. We are going to scan the roaches. They're going to get caught. And they're not going to get a lot done here. The ones at the third are doing something. We need to pull back the workers here, Straw. Oh. We still get some roaches into the main. We'll be able to get some damage. 9 workers have gone down, which, given that we saw this coming, is a bit rough here. However, Strawhat is still getting some work done on the other side of the map. There are infestors, however, coming to ruin his party. Best in fungal from the low ground will catch some medevacs. Won't obviously kill them because they 2 kill them. We don't unload it. We don't load them up either. Ooh, but now the Hydra's coming in to kill it. Okay, we've also... Roach has been bravely battling that bunker for a while now, but he's going to die. No, he gets away. Good eyes by Strawhat though, we'll see it. And yeah. Okay, we stabilize again, but Strawhat in a pretty rough position here. Lurker's on the way, Nidus on the way, Lurker upgrades +3. And again, the broken record's going to say it again, the upgrades are a major issue. So we're going to have 3-3 Zerg against 1-1 Terran. And that is a pretty disastrous place to be in. We are getting up to a 5-base setup, which is something, but we only have 41 workers on our 5 bases, so I don't actually feel that happy about this 5-base image. It just means more ground to cover with a tiny army. I say tiny army, the army's not small, it's the same army supply as Kyboi. But in this case, the Terran army quality is kind of terrible. Just because of how bad these upgrades are. Adrenal on the way, some bio gets picked off over here. We're going to try and fight up here. And yeah, this is the problem now, we're stretched very thin. I don't think we can hold here. We might even lose this CC for our efforts. We will save the CC, push the Zerg back. Still a good trade there for Kyboi, killing quite a few gas units. Oh no. Congo catches some more bio, we keep trading. Still trying to take the space. Just saturate the bases you have. Meal the shit out of them. Oh, we're all gonna catch the Infestors, which is pretty nice. 2 Infestors die. Marauders kill Infestors so fucking fast, it's crazy. Straw determined to take the space. Kyboi at least doesn't know, I think, about this base, so he probably thinks this is the 4th base that keeps trying to go up. But still, we just have no SCVs, so it doesn't really matter. Actually, Ling is gonna come find the space, so you get blown up by a planetary, but the information was obtained. And now we can go and push that base. Strawhat's 2-2 gonna finish up. We can now start closing that gap. But there is Adrenal. Well, I guess these Lings don't have any attack upgrades, so they're not really that scary. Any Lings that do exist. The Lings for now are still just cannon fodder. We got +1 on the way. They will, once they maybe get +2, they can start to be more relevant. Well, Hydra Lunge trying to be used here to pick off the medevac, not going to be successful. Does get some dents on it though. Now looking like we want to punch in on the bottom side as Kyboi. Needs to be careful. I think the army he has here isn't strong enough to take down this Terran encampment. I think he's just going to lose another army if he tries. Strawhat's going to go out to greet him actually. Yeah, I think Kyboi will back off now once he sees the setup that we got over here. ICV's count has finally got somewhere respectable. 62 SCVs, 5 bases. So maybe Kyboi can start to get it, but here come the, what do you call them? The Niduses. And now we see attack from the bottom, an attack from the top, and a Nidus in the main. And now we have lurkers running amok here. Kyboi a bit slow to unload. He's not actually going to attack anyone else, he's just happy to get the lurkers out. To be fair, there's not a lot to deal with them. There are liberators somewhere, but not in very high numbers, so... dislodging these lurkers is going to be quite a painful exercise here for our Terran. And yeah, the main base is getting blasted. Kyboi is still trying to poke on the other sides, but not really going to get much done. So this may not be a game over right now, but this is critical damage, I think, especially given that we weren't in a great position to begin with. Oh, we also deny +3. More Lings popping out here as well. 3-3 Lings. Gonna go very, very hard in the Strawhat's base. He's gonna try and do some damage on the top here. But he does not have an answer here. Where are the Liberators? They all get denied. Oh, we don't have a single Liberator. No Ghost, no Liberators. There's nothing to deal with these Lurkers whatsoever. Now these Lurkers are going to start hitting from the high ground here. Lings can run down, take out the tank. Drop over here, trying to do something here. I think they... Oh, it's also getting killed by the Lurkers though. Strawhat trying to do damage, but not really finding huge amounts of these critical amounts. Oh, this Lurker's still doing damage here, not being scanned. Most of the Lurkers have been cleaned up here. We still haven't cleaned up that, unfortunately. We're also dropping on Midas here. That's going to get cleaned up. All the worms are getting cleaned up. Yeah, so Lings are going to try and pop out. Not enough Lings get out to do any damage though. Oof. Oh no, another changeling coming in. It's going to be able to get another Nidus off if Strawhat isn't careful. Strawhat, big fan of changelings, absolutely loves them. Thinks Zerg should make tons and tons of them. Oh, Strawhat does notice that one. But here comes the Zerg army supply is now double. And while Terran is very powerful, when he comes up, there are limits to it. These Lings fighting a tank. Oh, let's repair! Saves the tank! And kills a changeling. Good control here from Straw, but I think it's too little, too late. We have Vipers, we have Infestors. We have the Lurkers. Strawhat just being a real a-hole, nibbling at these bunkers here. Sorry, Kyboi being a-hole. Significant number of more Lurkers are going to be over here. And they're going to pick off this tank, and they're going to be forced back. Drop on the way, and the outside here is going to get caught. Oh! That Lurker nearly fired off a spine to kill the tank hold. The tank holds firm. We are just going to send it in here. Not a lot of fire in position. Blinding cloud on the tank. No ghosts to counter these Vipers anyway. Strike can be forced off this position here. Lurk is also getting in range of the planetary here. I think we kill the siege tank even. That is GG, I think, in a matter of seconds here for Strawhat. If that wasn't enough, we're going to have Broodlords behind it if Strawhat does decide to stay in this game. We lost some Lurkers here. Okay. Sure. No, didn't even manage that one. Lots of changelings in the main, more Nidus is going down. Kyboi not trying to be too crazy about just shoving in here and throwing his lead, but he's just going to keep methodically working down. And come on, Straw, it's time to put down the Cookman. The Raven is not going to be our saving grace here. All the add-ons are gone. Ooh, here come the Liberators. Some Lurkers getting cleaned up here. This Bio never actually got 3-3 nerfs. These Lurkers are tanking so much damage from the Bio. The CC about to go down. Is Strike going to save it? I don't think he is. Oh, he left it just in time, but can we get... Oh, he muled just out of range. We're actually going to save the CC. What a goat. Wait, Strawhat has 5,000 minerals somehow. Oh man, his production's been battered around so much he hasn't been able to spend his money. But anyway, 100 Marines are not going to do much against Lurkers there. And here comes the Broodlord army, in case it wasn't clear if the game is over. Okay, Straw. Please, Straw. Straw, stop. Yeah.
Hiya!
I think Strawhat is somehow thinking maybe he could just... The Broodlords are too slow to be useful and he can eventually trade them out. Ain't gonna happen though. Full on base trade will be there. Oh, Liberators, you get the Broodlords, but yeah. Any more where that came from. It's honestly getting to the stage where I feel like dancing your units in front of the Terran would not be even be BM. I think this is just a tactic from Strawhat, to be honest. Maybe he just wants to try and wear Kyboi down. Alright. Game number 3. Strawhat's last chance to get himself back in. Pick up some momentum in the series. As the Zerg in the bottom left, Kyboi, is up 2-0. Again, Strawhat in the top right is the green Terran. Nothing too interesting happening yet. Both players, well, probably the most peaceful early game we've seen. Although these lings, yeah, they're going to shoot off the SCV. Bad maneuver here from Kyboi. Oh! Does almost lose that drone though, and actually has to pull the lings back, so we are going to be able to delay this hatch for quite a while here, and okay, Kyboi decides, fuck you, I'm going to go for a roach one. He's now going to start building overlords so he doesn't get himself supply blocked. Does he have floating lava? No, not really. Oh, actually to finish the extractor, that's not good. Okay, so Straw getting himself off to a good start here. Just needs to try and get into the main to scout what's going on. What build is he going for? Another, it's going to be a 3cc 2-in-1, I think. Against a very early roach pressure here. Kill a creep tumor. But we're not going to see the roach one. Creeper's going to go down. And now Strawhat has no idea what's coming for him. I think he might just die to these 9 roaches. Unfortunately, I think this would have been the game to play 3cc Hellion Banshee. I think Kyboi may be picking up on the fact that it hasn't featured yet. I guess there's no chance to play normal 3cc Hellion Banshee because, well, Kyboi's kind of throwing a spanner in the works every time. But I think this would have been the right time to do it. We are going to see the roaches now as we move out. Now it's time to panic and build some bunkers, I think. You're evacuating the low ground. Bunker starting, but only one, we need another one, I think. Depot is raised, probably need to raise this orbital soon as well. I mean, Kyboi is on a very low worker count, so we need to do some damage here. We still do have a Ravager though. This worker is also going to get picked off here. Marine count pretty low, only 4 Marines, and no bunker here is pretty sketch. And I think this is just going to be a clean 3-0 here for Kyboi. There's a Marauder out, so maybe not. But I don't think we can do much here. 13 SCVs have gone down already. We actually dropped the depot so we can get the SCVs in the fight. They're all gonna fight, but they're all gonna die. Tank comes out, so we hold, but yeah, we're in 15 supply. It ain't pretty. I'm not sure whether Strawhat knows how dead he is, but he probably will stay in this game a little bit longer. But I think whatever comes next from Kyboi will probably be absolutely lethal. Carapace on the way, ling speed, and lots of drones. Strawhat does have 3 CCs, but that doesn't quite make up for a 35 worker difference. Overseer goes down here. Not sure how much it saw beforehand. I don't think it saw anything really. But not that there's much to see here. Not much to get excited about for Terran. And any Terran supporters he may have. It's gonna be Spire, Ling speed, Bane speed, all sorts of stuff. So we're gonna see Ling, Bane, Muta. Kyboi varying up his tech pretty much every game. Makes it very hard for Strawhat to adapt to anything. Fire almost done over here. Pain speed as well. I need to start +2 carapace, but I guess we're going to bank up some gas for the mutas. We should see coming out any moment now. We are supply blocked though, so instead we have to build for 7 overlords. OB speed, it's a bit of an odd choice, but still fine. And Strawhat going to move out with his first drop. But most likely those are going to get cleaned up once Kyboi sees it, unless Kyboi just decides to send the music across the map anyway, which is also fine. Infestation pit also on the way, so we're not going to slow down our attack. We're going to try and hit that timing. Kyboi notices the attack immediately. The mutas will be there to greet these medevacs. The lings as well. Yeah, the lings will be there, so the medevacs can't offload now. So we are kind of caught in no man's land here. Medevacs all going to go down with their cargo inside. Actually, might drop into the space here. Destroy! Drop! 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 Drop, man! I think he's just given up on it. He's not even going to bother trying. Kyboi's cruise speed also pretty damn good this game. Guess he hasn't been pressured for a while, so it's been easy to get set up. Still, good that he's ticking all the, what's it? Crossing the dots and etc. dotting the I's. 5 almost done here. I wonder if he goes for an attack here to try and stop the Terrans sitting on 3 bases comfortably. Pretty difficult map to break someone on 3 bases. You look at the workers alone, you'd say this isn't that bad of a game for Terran, but when you look at the army supply, you know that he's in pain. And it's going to be even more painful once these dropper lords come in. Kyboi loving these dropper lords. Usually more of a Nidus guy, but didn't use them as much only in game 2. Seems to like his dropper lords more. They're going to fly directly over missile turrets. I think we're losing one of these dropper lords. So also going to just try and shove straight into the natural here. The mutas also going to be with the party. I think we lost 2 dropper lords there though. Mutas going for the high ground to clear the tank. Nice little move there from Kyboi. We are going to lose a lot of drop. So actually most of these things are just dying, but it doesn't matter. There's so much left over that Strawhat is a very dead Terran. GG's called. Kyboi takes it 3-0.